what is the mission? It's still the gospel. It didn't change. It's not like, well, my whole life's goal was the gospel, but as soon as we get in the Great Tribulation, it's hiding. It's being a prepper. It's seeing how long I can just survive, man. I'm just trying to see if I can survive. Well, that's a dumb goal. Because if you really want to survive, the Bible teaches you to honor thy father and thy mother. And one of those fathers is your Father in heaven, and your Father in heaven wants you to go and preach the gospel. And let me tell you, in my opinion, one of the best ways to stay alive is being a faithful soul winner. Because in my estimation, when I understand the Word of God, and I'm thinking like, why would God want to keep someone alive? It's so that they can keep preaching the gospel to people. But when you stop being a light in this world, the Bible teaches when a salt has lost its saltness, it's good for nothing. Like, what's the point of having what if we said, look, I've got 10 billion Christians stored away in my basement, and they know how to give the gospel. I mean, these guys are the greatest soul winners you've ever met in your entire life. And you're like, sweet, when do we do a soul winner? Well, they don't leave. They don't go out. No, they're not going to talk to anybody, but they're going to survive to the end. Hey, will you give me some money so I can feed them? Like, no. Who cares? Send them to heaven or send them out of the basement. But there's no point in keeping them locked up. What's the point of having all this great light if you don't actually put it on a candlestick? Amen. Let your light shine is what the Bible teaches. It doesn't say hide it under a bushel. It doesn't say well, let's just preserve the light bulb to the very end. No. You're going to put it on a stand until someone puts it out. And in my estimation, again, if you want to have long life, it's coupled with two factors. Honoring your father and your mother on this earth, and honoring your Father in heaven, which in my opinion, being a gospel soul winner is the best you can do. And obviously, we don't want to sin, but at the end of the day, no one's going to be perfect. And you look at people in the Bible that lasted a really long time, like Paul. Why did Paul say he constantly was getting delivered from evils? I mean, that guy's life was a hazard. That guy was a walking insurance nightmare. It's the mission that we have. And Jesus is saying, hey, the gospel must first be published among all nations. Hey, I want the gospel to go every single place before we end this thing. That's the whole point. Jesus is here to save souls, my friend. And if Jesus wants souls saved, and we're his only vehicle to get them saved, he's going to want to preserve us. Do you have faith in your faithful Creator? I mean, if he spent so much effort to die on the cross, don't you think he would want to keep us alive so we could get people saved too?